What is up, everybody? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the race that never happened, the buffs that were never needed, the slight on the #1 TCP player, one of the few people that keep this bus rolling. We're going to do all that and more in this video. We're going to keep it positive because positivity is the name of the game for the rest of 2023. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you soon. So our journey begins on April Fool's Day, the same story many new parents experience as a joke one year and then a sad reality the next. So this was an offer that went live. It was on April's Fool's. It was $5 for 500 energy, 500 dark promos, and 100 silver biddies. And this ran for about 20 minutes before it was pulled down. And then it was brought back up with different wording. Some people were able to pick this up 4 times total for 2,000 dark promo credits. To those people, I say, congratulations! Us poor people live a different life, but we can make things work different ways. I'm sure we can make things work different ways. But that led into this message right here, where basically there's a note from the developer saying they apologize for that. Look, I'm not like friends with Tandomac. I've had brief conversation with him one time. He was very nice, very humble. I don't think he was offended by that. It was also written in like Yoda's voice, so maybe some of the people from Baby Yoda were, or more likely than not, it was random people that had no impact or they weren't being touched by that message, but they were complaining anyway, and so we got some goodies, and that's fine. The next thing it led to was this race, I guess. What was this race? This race that never existed? This was not real. What? You can't announce a race a month after the event is done. What are we doing here? But anyway, they say, in keeping with tradition of Dark Dimensions, there will be a grand celebration of the first player to clear the apocalyptic difficulty of the Apocalypse Saga, Tandomac Japan. Couple problems here, but before we do that, I want to say, once again, I like Tandomac. I think he's a humble, good person. I'm happy that they're going to be rewarding him and letting him reward us, because he's done it in the past, and he did a great job, and he was looking out for the community. But there was no leaderboard for this event. We have no idea who actually finished first. So Cap, you think you pissed him off. You're trying to make him happy. Whatever, it's fine because we're going to get free stuff. But let's not lie, okay? Just say, we like Tandomac. He looked out for you last time. Here's some cool stuff. But we need to talk about this costume. This costume is gross. And they just needed to give us what this character made us all think about in the first place. All right, let's go talk about the awakened abilities for Apocalypse and show some of the changes that it inspired in game. So here we are with the Apocalypse Awakened Abilities blog. This was just a couple days ago, yesterday even. So his basic is now going to attack adjacent targets as well, and it's going to put bleed to the primary and secondary targets. Look, this is a bigger deal than what you think. That bleed is going to hit even harder because most people have Apocalypse as a striker, and the fact that it's going to be going on multiple characters, it's just a lot of damage. And then remember, Apocalypse, everything he does is unavoidable. It has its own effects previous from what we're seeing here, so he's also getting speed and offense up every time he does this. Crazy attack. His special is going to now apply 2 vulnerables, 2 offense down, 2 defense down, up to a maximum of 3 to the primary and secondary targets. This special was already bonkers, clearing all negative effects, safeguard, immunity, defense up. It was crazy. And the ability block, crazy. But now it's also putting vulnerable, so as a striker, he can feed his own ISO attack. What? 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 I don't know what to say. This is crazy. I love this ability, but wait, there's more. So his ultimate is now a turn 1 ability. It flips buffs, does crazy damage, puts trauma. Now it's also going to put bleed and slow on all enemies. And instead of filling his speed bar by 60% plus 10% per horseman, he gets 100% plus 10% per horseman. So on a horseman-less team, he ults, and unless he's killing a Greg or a Mr. Negative with that ultimate, he takes the next turn. And he uses his empowered punch, because yes, he also gets empowered when he uses the turn 1 ultimate now. And he's going to Falcon Punch somebody to the Shadow Realm, okay? And they're going to be dead. And this opens up so many doors of bad RNG that I don't think the people complaining about Apocalypse's power were ready for. Apocalypse with Tangled Web Eternals in that stage 5 is going to be a nightmare coin toss if you decide to do the mirror matchup now. You know what? Well, that'll be for another video because this is just crazy. And this is only if you have a Big Boy Apocalypse. If you don't have Big Boy Apocalypse, RIP to you. RIP to you. Let's go to the passive. On any character's turn, if this character does not have ability block, heal self and all allies by 1% of this character's max health. That doesn't seem like a lot on paper, but this character does have the highest health in the game. He can get it even higher with, I believe, Morgan. So that heal is actually going to be pretty impactful. The first time this character drops below 50% max health, gain defense up for 3 turns. Bonkers! Okay, this is another way that they're safeguarding you from being able to nuke Apocalypse. He starts with Safeguard. He starts with Immunity. When you get to 50% max health, he gets Speed bar. When he retaliates, he gets Speed up. And now if you push him to 50% max health, say you're controlling him with Speed bar manipulation, he's also going to gain defense up for 3 turns, making it even harder to kill him. And once he does his ultimate, he's basically going to full heal off that drain. And then he's going to be empowered. He takes the next turn and he can Falcon Punch your MVP hero into oblivion and just ruin the match for you. He gains 20% max health and max damage. Why not at this point? And then all allies gain 20% max health and 20% max damage. This is obviously the only character that has this effect in the game right now. Busted. And I am terrified of seeing this character on the opposing team in stage 5 with those Eternals and the Tangled Web. Oh my god. Do you even want to sell your New Warrior team? Is the New Warrior team going to work against the Apocalypse Tangled Web Eternals? Did anybody test this? Anybody? All right, let's go see what this guy's like in War. We're going to face the Darkhold with a Big Boy Apocalypse and a Darkhold with the Baby Apocalypse using our current best count. So here we are. We're going to test against the Darkhold Apocalypse Chavez version here of my buddy Daedalus. This is what we're primarily seeing at the end game. This is the Baby Apocalypse, so it should play out the way I'm used to it playing out. But this is not the end-all be-all for Apocalypse teams, especially with the change. We could definitely see him being used elsewhere, causing absolute chaos. I know that Apocalypse is being paired with Heroes for Hire for some people, and that match actually not that bad. If you go ahead and throw in Weapon X, you can really get through it when the Apocalypse opens up with that special. When he opens up with the ultimate, he's going to flip your stuff on Omega Red, slow him down. You're not going to get to use that ultimate soon. Anyway, I'm theory crafting in my head on the fly. That's dumb. Let's get in here and let's check out this matchup, and then we will compare it while fighting a big awakened Apocalypse afterwards. So this opens up the same way. We got to go ahead and get these debuffs on the enemy Morgan. We can do that because Zombie Iron Man gets crazy amount of focus in War. Let's go ahead and start beating her up a little bit more. We're trying to get her killed before Apocalypse heals her up. Not quite enough. There's the special on Cable. Not mad at that whatsoever. Let's get a slow over here on Wong to stall out that taunt. It's going to let us put an ability block over here on the Agathas. Spread that. Stops the stun from Agatha from coming in unless it gets cleansed, of course. We are stuck using a basic attack here. Unfortunate. That turn meter rewind is actually very nice. And now let's go ahead and we can stun Agatha. We can stun Morgan. Let's stun Agatha. Now it comes down to Kang. We need Kang to get kills here for us. His ultimate is an absolute beast. It will 100% take out that Morgan. Whoop. Later. And this is playing out the way I'm used to it, so this is great. Agatha is now gone. We'll work down this Wong now, and Apocalypse still hasn't used his ultimate quite yet. So we are looking mighty fine right now. Apocalypse is going to get a whack load of speed. Not enough to make him go before Rogue, which is kind of unfortunate, because I would have loved him to Superman punch Rogue instead of Kang, which he did. But at this point in the match, we're actually very, very safe. The Gregs will, like, forever turn me to rewind him. We got Skirmishers, so we're going to be able to peel off his buffs. And even if we don't, we got the Death Proofs to protect ourselves. And because he does not have the Empowered status, he can't do his own vulnerable, so he's never going to be able to kill my Hela through those Death Proofs. Unless, you know, the match lasts long enough to hit his ultimate. But let's go look into the Big Boy Apocalypse and see the difference. All right, so here we are now facing a Big Boy Apocalypse, and let's see the difference in how this plays out. And I'll let you know, I'm immediately concerned about him ulting, giving that trauma to Kang, so Kang's not going to be able to do what he normally does. But also, if he decides to Falcon Punch Zombie, Iron Man, or Hela off the bat, or even Rogue or Kang for that matter, I think it becomes an instant loss. Basically, I need him to hit Greg, or I need him to hit Cable, and then we'll be okay. So even though the size of this team is dramatically different, it's mostly on the Big Boy Apocalypse status, and also on that...
Punch!
Well now, that wasn't great RNG for us. Okay. We'll try and get a controlling effect over here. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. We need to stun her. I mean, we needed to stun Wong too, but oh, that didn't land. We really need her to get gone. This is actually kind of hopeless at this point, unfortunately. Oh, and we didn't have a vulnerable up on the Morgan yet. That's okay, Morgan died, but so are we to the retaliates. Yeah. Little bit of a difference. You saw that Chavez did nothing, but the Apocalypse with that RNG blaster. Oh my god. That is not going to be fun to deal with on a Worley basis or on a Crucible basis, facing off against that kind of RNG. Full disclosure, I did this fight before, and I did win when Rogue died, luckily. And then I did win when Cable died, luckily. And I did lose when Cable died, unluckily, because Apocalypse would hit the Hela, giving her bleeds, even when it was just Apocalypse versus my two Undying characters. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into it. My point is, it's a different character. The Big Boy Apocalypse is a different character. It plays out completely differently. It's going to be a defensive nightmare. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you happy with this changes? I mean, obviously, this is probably making you feel like you need to rush that Big Boy a little bit faster. But let me know what you think is going to be in store for us. The future of Cosmic Crucible defense, the future of War defense, heck, the future of Arena defense. And make sure you go check out Pathfinder's game on the Arena defense when he was facing off against that Apocalypse. But, as with all of these War, Crucible, defense, nightmare blockers, we, the community, always come up with an option. Hopefully we can do that. It's going to be a lot trickier with the new Apocalypse, having the safeguard immunity on spawn, the defense up when you push him, plus the speed bar when you push him, plus all the speed he gets when he does his ultimate, plus all the drain, plus. But I'm sure the big brains in the Marvel Strike Force community will figure it out. I look forward to reading your comment section below, and have a great day.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.